Well, that's spooky. It didn't even ask me. It's just like, oh yeah, you're streaming now. Like, okay. No, yes, no. Are you ready to stream? It just sent it. I didn't even get to close out Steam yet. Do 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 do. Dum 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 do do do. What's the real name of this commander? The paper one? Or is there not a paper version of these ones? I don't actually know. I have not heard about new cards. Nope. Alibo, Ancient Witness. Why would it ever play the Iron Spider? Dispatch. Yeah, that'd be nice. Oh. Okay, well, the best things this commander does are not on Magic Arena. Which appears to be artifact tokens. Ugh. I'm stuck in a Steam conversation. Help me. I don't even know what a power cube is. Like Mox? Is Timeless getting stuff? I could just tell him, like, hey, just pop over to the, Okay. Alright, so this is mostly played as a token strategy, and you just don't have the tools in Magic Arena. So, you have to go this route, and this route is kind of just the Tezzeret, but way harder, because it's a creature. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to play that right now. Maybe it's not something I'm gonna play. What's this? Okay. Oh, Coalition Relic is cool. Oh, Mirror Battlesphere. Yeah, that goes in the commander we were just looking at. Oh, supposedly. Pentad Prism's neat. Snuff Out is crazy. Yeah, Leovold's alright. It's okay. The Sultai one, at least. It'd be pretty neat, I guess. I don't think it's as good as Nashi, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, Snuff Out seems like the crazy one. But there's some other neat ones there. Yeah, if that's like a vintage cube thing, that'd be kind of cool. I'd probably try out Leovold as a commander. It's like a... what is that? Nadu, kind of. Nadu and Narset stick together, sort of. The 3-mana Narset. And Nadu. Kind of. I think it's gonna go the way of Umezawa's Jitte. When people play it because it's like, oh, look at this card, it's been banned forever, it must be great. And then they play Leovold and they're like, oh, I guess I drew a card. Oh, we also now have like Orcish Bowmasters. Yeah, Leovold. I can't say the name. Leovold. I wonder what Leovold would even do in modern, actually. I feel like not much. Felia and Quantum Riddler and all that jazz. I don't even, like, doesn't care. It just doesn't care about Leovold anymore. If in Brainstorm and all of that, you would always just play Bowmasters, Orcish Bowmasters instead of Leovold. It also doesn't cost 4 mana. Oh, no. Wait, is it 5? Well, you wouldn't want it to cost 5, I guess. It is blue, though, for Force of Will. Oh, we get Ponder? Ooh. That's cool. Do we not have Dress Down? I thought we already had Dress Down. Oh, I guess we didn't. Oh, shit. I thought we did. What am I doing? I'm just looking at cards. Yeah, I thought we had Ponder too, but I think it's only from Tome of the Infinite. I don't think you could just normally have Ponder. You have to draft it from Tome or the aura that pokes your opponent and draft a card. Preordained's always been my favorite one. I've always liked it. Because Brainstorm, you can get stuck sometimes, and Ponder... I mean, Ponder at least shuffles. Some would argue Ponder's probably the best one, but Preordained is my favorite one. I've always liked Preordained. It's the one I own on paper, too. No, wait. I own all of them. What am I talking about? I think I own it. That's in that box over there. I have a Judge promo Brainstorm. No. A foil Marcadian Masks Brainstorm. Just one for Commander. And then an original M11 foil Preordain. And what's the Ponder? I don't know what the Ponder is, but it's some weird fancy foil. I can't remember. It's been so long. Should we play a Johnny to test for the midweek thing? Should we? How come you can craft Ponder already? I was actually looking at Mercadian Masks the other day. There's actually less crazy stuff than I thought. I went through on Scryfall. I'm like, what are the valuable, like, crazy cards? And actually, it's not a ton of them. The foils are nuts, though. The foils are nuts. The foils just look spectacular. I wish they kept that foiling. I think it looks cooler. Instead of just like a flat whatever over the whole thing. Oh! Discount pack? Yep. Always. Doesn't matter what set. Oh, it's a mythic. Oh. Well. This thing? No, that's not the new one. This one? Is this new? Oh. Ponder was in the Omen Paths bonus sheet. I'm a bit surprised I haven't seen it. The depletion lands are the soul lands, right? They tap for 2 twice. That is one of the weirdest looking demons I've ever seen. I think this card was in Duels of the Planeswalkers. Or at least it was maybe a loading screen. I should look at more of the art from this artist. It's wild looking. Like, imagine summoning that thing. That thing's terrifying. A demon spirit. Like, that's some Silent Hill stuff. can't remember if I've already seen these or not. But I don't remember, so I guess I haven't. We got all the bringers. If the power draft is free, I'll play it, but otherwise, no. I'm not spending gems on it. How did I not know this? Huh. Well, that's awkward. Oh, it's one of the sets that doesn't have a... Oh, there it is. I feel like I... Oh, it's an uncommon? Why? I think Terminate would have been great for the... We have the Popper thing coming up. Well, we have the Popper thing coming up. We have Ponder. Oh, I guess I should just craft all of them right now, actually. Look at that. Bloop. The Popper event is... The Popper event's tomorrow, right? The midweek thing starts Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? And I'm pretty sure someone said Popper was the next one. So, expect a lot of me me playing Ponder tomorrow. And the day after that. And probably the day after that as well. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Man, I wish the midweek things were not Wednesday and Thursday. Well, alright. We have Ponder. Oh, am I in it? I thought I would just click collection. Whatever. I'm doing it the weird way. No, I don't like Force Spike. I kind of don't like Mana Tithe either. If Force Spike was like black or green or something, but in blue, eh. There's just better things to do in blue. It's not bad though. But there are better things to do. Unless you're blue-white, you can play both. I'm going to play a blue commander just because of Ponder. But I just played a blue commander, so I don't want to do that. I don't think I've ever actually played this, Finn. What does this do? Oh yeah, what's this thing? I kind of want to play this. I think this commander is actually pretty cool. 1/1 counters, and each time you poke your opponent, you just find lands. I think this is really neat. Yeah, let's play this. It's been on my list for probably a year now. Shoot. Yeah, I mean, Force Spike is perfectly reasonable. It's perfectly reasonable. It just blew us access to a lot of good stuff to make room for it. But I'm sure it makes perfect sense. I wouldn't fault anyone for playing it or anything. I probably would play it if I scrolled into it and clicked it. Maybe not burgeoning exploration though. Maybe not these. Just kind of want creatures. And we get lands in play through our commander instead. Although this lets you cast your commander in turn 2. Which doesn't do anything without modifying. Which is equipment, auras, counters. So I guess crop rotation's still fine. At least this is mana neutral. At the worst. I played Kefka Standard. No, we don't have to play any landfall cards. Except, yeah, maybe Bristly Bill is in the Cub. And all the other 1/1 counter landfall things. But I don't have to play Tireless Provision or anything. And also play really weird cards like this. Maybe? Maybe? Is this a Hardened Scales deck? I kind of hope it isn't, but it might be. Oh, we have Glade Cover Scout. I didn't know that. Was this in the game last time Pauper was around? Was it? Pioneer Masters? Or Pioneer whatever? I can't remember. I don't recognize it. This is nuts in Pauper. Huh. I can't remember. Kami? Actually, maybe... Oh, it is a creature. Yeah, it is a creature. Slime Against Humanity? Any really cheap equipment? What's this do? Just an evolve. I don't really use the rest of this. But evolve is the way to get counters, so. When an opponent casts a blue or black spell. Pelt Collector? Didn't Evolve already exist? Why doesn't this have that text on it? Oh, I guess it's because it can also die, and it's not like Simic themed. Like this card specifically evolving would be weird. Any cheap equipment would be nice. Well, ideally ones that are easy to equip over and over, not just the first time. Sylvan Safekeeper can really exploit all the lands I get, maybe. Oh boy. Deeproot Champion. There's a lot of spells in here. Huh. So this itself can get trampled from its own ability? Uh-huh. Oh yeah, Experiment 1. And also the other Experiment 1, I guess. This is a... It is a modified land. I guess this works. Kind of weird though. Scavenging Ooze? I don't really kill my opponent's creatures, and I don't know. What's that spider? The green glimmer. Yeah, at this point, yeah, probably. Especially with all the shuffling. Ooze for stick fingers? No. Ooze because other reasons, but that's a tacked on side bonus. Maybe in the one game it might happen. Oh, there's Mossboard Hydra. How do I get all this mana? Pelucranos, yeah. Goldvein is a good payoff. Nyxborn? Maybe not that one. I guess Warden. This is the doubler clock thing with trample? Yeah, that's fine. I didn't even read the other glimmer. Wait. This thing? Doesn't really count as a modification. It is a 3-mana 3/3. It's not like the worst thing I could put in my deck. Well, we could play World Weave. It's like a second version of our commander. Or a Void? Yeah. Nissa, maybe? It makes modified creatures, and then this could just win with all the forests I've been finding the whole game. And I don't, yeah, landfall, like, the Lotus Cobra stuff I don't really care about too much. Oh, just my commander again. Eh. Do I have one of those? I don't even really like the first one I put in, actually. Is this worth it? Land enters, put a counter. It costs 3 mana, but it's just another one of these, right? Maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine. What does this do? Oh, that's pretty cool. I feel like maybe Sandman is a bit more annoying, though. Yeah, the Sandman card is probably just better than this, I feel like. This is goofy looking. That's funny. It works. It is a mythic, though, so... I don't have those in abundance. Yeah. Hard to say no to Mythweaver Puck. I like the Sandman. We do play a lot of lands, but then I don't necessarily slam into play something crazy with this. Modified. What about you? Enter, get a land. Leave, get a non-land. And it can happen twice. So this kind of sees like 4 cards. This thing is kind of gross, huh? It's not modified. Maybe, but probably not. So you investigate and you also grow it. I don't have a lot of things that are much larger than this. They can probably work though. What was I doing? Oh yeah. So stuff that you can just put on, like Bone Splitter. Just put it on. Basilisk Collar. Maybe Bone Saw. Just to always have modified. Lava Spur is fine. Short Sword is fine. I guess Jitte is just better than Short Sword most of the time. This costs 2 to equip. Lifelink could matter. I already have Trample though. I don't know, Lifelink is something. Maybe. Maybe Swiftfoot Boots, I guess. Aether Spark, actually. Ooh. Alright. Orin Reef? Isn't that a land? What did I just type? No, it's not in the game. What else does Toski do? It'd be cool to hit someone with Toski. That many THP? I don't know what that is. With enough lands, which we kind of do get ideally, could probably play Crater Hoof because it's just another Nissa. Yeah, it's just another Nissa. I think that's fine. That's kind of the idea there. I mean, Tooth and Nail is another Crater Hoof as well. I just have, like, once you get critical lands mass, just cast one of those cards and convert your lands into a win. Proliferate Landfall. This one, I don't know. I don't really care about that. I'm vastly more concerned about putting the first counter on things than I am making it so that they have more after they get them. Although some of these just automatically get counters, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Hmm. $35 creatures, still not enough for Collected Company, which is insane. What's the other Ranger class? This one? That one? There's a lot of 1-minute cards in here. I could probably play Karn's Bastion. I keep looking at it. I don't know. It doesn't help me until I'm already in play with a bunch of stuff, and it might just be free enough, though. Forests are not really a concern. Could probably try it. Oh, there's this thing. Oh, it just tapped. That's fine. Let's actually just play this. It's funny. Just replace a forest. We'll probably survive. Unless we don't, then I guess I know who to blame. I guess I know who to blame. I'm not sure Grazer Kami is... Well, again, there are still creatures that you can modify. So they're probably okay. But you play your commander turn 2, and then you don't have... Oh, I want Mox. Probably not Chrome Mox, though. Maybe Chrome Mox, but probably truly not actually Chrome Mox. Alright. I don't think we're playing World Weave. Our commander's already kind of just World Weave. So, I'd rather the cards in my hand actually, like, hit my opponent instead of get them on cast. Because if I'm not hitting my opponent, I'm just not winning anyways. Maybe no Bone Splitter. Although I don't really care for Collar that much. We might have enough to not play Bone Splitter. I just want something that's in play and I can just continuously use it over and over. I just like that, so... Yeah, Chrome Mox feels weird. Every card, I feel, in almost all of my hands are probably really important. And blitzing out stuff with Chrome Mox is offset by losing a card. I think that's too impactful in a deck like this. Also, it's almost... Was it like half the deck doesn't even use Chrome Mox? Over half the deck doesn't even care about Chrome Mox, so... Okay, what else does this do? Kodama of the... There's an East Tree? Wait, what? Hold on. Is that actually a card? Oh, there is. Oh, that's so cool. Whenever another permanent enters... Oh, that's so cool. Alright, what do you do? Time to... boink my head because I didn't add something obvious. Kami of Whispered Hopes. Chat, you didn't even... Come on, guys. What are you doing? Didn't even tell me about that one. Literally throwing. Oh, that person was talking about... Or the person who said hero of something was talking about champion of something. Which I don't think I own. I don't. Can I craft it? I can. Creatures power less than this can't block. And then whenever creature enters, this gets a counter. It does cost 3. But that's probably okay. I mean, this is a cool card. Yeah. Well, there's no room for the Simulacrum anymore. It's kind of a placeholder anyways, honestly. What does this do? Draw a card for each... Oh. I don't know how easy this is. It's not equipment. It's not auras. It might not be totally that... Speaking of auras, I didn't really look at any. What's the 1-mana Audacity, right? Audacity replaces itself at some point. If I poke my opponent... Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it already gets trample with the commander in play. Sixth Sense is also fine. What about this? Wait. I got confused last time. Totem Armor is Umbra Armor, right? It's the exact same. They just renamed it. If chance it... Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can Umbra. We can actually Kendless Transformation something like Kami or a Boreal Grazer, and it would work with our commander, which is kind of cool. This is spammable. Again, I lose the trample though because my commander already does the trample, but the rest of it's spammable. It was still 5 mana though. Yeah, it's just a rename. All right. I remember the first time I saw Umbra Armor, I'm like, oh, new mechanic. Can't be blocked by more than one creature and has hexproof. Perfect. It's a fight, gets more toughness, and then can't be blocked. Okay. We don't have that. What does that do? Whenever a play... Oh, we don't have that. Oh, Defiler of Vigor? Defiler of Vigor is a 5-mana 6/6. Defiler's cool. The problem is it shows up after I've already cast the rest of my hand. Because it costs 5. Tribute gets counters only if its power is already 3. That's not true at all. No, I had it backwards. Tribute might work, right? It just, everything has a counter? Yep, alright. Avenger of Zendikar. Okay, I was about to say, I don't think we actually have that card. Oh, we can run Gaia's Cradle? Amazing. It does play Skewed Swarm. I guess that does make sense, right? It can just win on its own, just like the Mossborn. We do... like, when you play Skewed Swarm, and then you just swing with your other creatures, and if they don't deal with it immediately, they just lose. I don't know. Yeah, Arid Archway is a repeating landfall trigger. I've only done that like once or twice ever in Magic Arena, but that's something you can bounce over and over. 99% of the time you don't end up doing that though. The Green Planet? I don't know, because I'd rather swing with my creatures and just ramp into lands instead of tap my creatures for a land that will ramp later. Right? Like if I hit my opponent, I get a land, as opposed to tapping it for a land that doesn't do anything until I do it 12 times or whatever. So I don't know. Like I'm kind of already doing that. I'm creating mana from them attacking. I gotta get the best of both worlds. Okay, we added better cards so I can take out some of the weird stuff maybe now. I feel like these cards are somewhat important. How difficult really is it to spread counters if I take out all these 1 minute counters? I feel like it's really hard. You don't like Tooth and Nail here? I feel like it's just another Nissa. Like it's just another one of these. I don't. You have critical mass of mana, you hit your opponent a bunch, and then you just find this and win. Maybe if I've ramped enough, it's too late. If I have 9 mana from hitting my opponent with modified creatures, let's say like 5 of those lands came from this, hitting my opponent, or other creatures hitting my opponent. I don't know. My opponent would still have to be alive. So maybe Tooth and Nail is awkward. Is Tenacious Pup not in here? Yeah, it's already in here. Yeah. I could try to just not play these. We'll see how many times it matters. To pay attention to how many times I would have won with those, so. Yeah, that's the problem I'm having is a lot of these smaller things are not actually touching my opponent in the face. Without help. Well, Cord taps all my creatures, and then I can't do the thing. Yeah, we already maybe have enough mana from the commander. I don't need it. The vitality. That's true. Wow, someone advised I shave a 3-drop. You can take that off the bucket list. Unbelievable. It's usually people constantly recommending add grindy 3-drop. How come you don't have insert grindy 3-drop number 500? actually think it's too difficult to evolve. I don't actually have a lot of ways to evolve this. Like, there's just full stop not a lot of cards that would actually evolve these cards, so. And I'm not going to try to accommodate them, so. Yeah, this is slow. I don't know if it's too slow. I want to try it. I want to try it. Oh, yeah, well, no, that one triggers on death. It's even harder to... Wait, whatever. It's actually just kind of hard to trigger evolve in this deck. Like, it just is, so... Alright. Let's just not try retreat. I feel like I'm worried about it too much. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, like cards like these can just not... Oh. Yeah, I forgot one of the Ozulists, did I? I did forget one of the Ozulists, whoops. Oh, Goat with the resub. I send a standard brawl list? I'm not concerned about doubling counters. I'm concerned about putting the first counter on something. What? What are you talking about? But it's for my commander. Moxamber? Moxamber's great here. Right? Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, no, Moxamber's like perfectly fine here. I'm not winning games with my commander's dead, so... no. My commander must be a part of the game plan basically every single game. Mox Hammer's fine. There's nothing to get with crop rotation. Except Ancient Tomb. And it feels a little weird. It's like crop rotation, Ancient Tomb, turn 1 Forest. Actually, I guess crop rotation in that sense is a ramp spell. Just like Llanowar Elves, getting Ancient Tomb and playing a Forest, like even on turn 1. That's fine, I guess. So untap. Other than Nissa, not really. Are they tapped? They are tapped. Alright, we don't have to play Moxhammer then. Fine. In a perfect world, if I had a ton of 5-mana cards, I guess. Though Defiler is a 5-drop. O'Hare is another interesting one, too. I guess we don't need Moxhammer. The deck is a bajillion zillion ones, so let's just shave a forest. Curve is super low. It's very easy to find mana. Well, we'll see, actually. Alright. This took a while. This took too long. It's probably not even done. But I want to play the game, so we're going to start with this at least. So, Kodama. We're modifying cards. We're in the mod list here. Kodama the West Tree. 3-mana 3/3 reach. Modified creatures have trample. You modify with counters, equipment, and auras. And when you hit your opponent with a modified creature, you basically cast Rampant Growth. So you run away with mana very quickly, though that's not really something green is, you know, it's just you always do that anyways. But here, I suppose it's kind of neat. Like, I don't have to play Tireless Provisioner, Lotus Cobra stuff, but Scute Swarm is crazy. Because if you play it and then you smack your opponent a bunch of stuff, it just suddenly, immediately creates a bajillion, zillion Scute Swarms, ideally. Ouroborid is interesting here, so is Toski. It's got the 1/1 counter package in it. I think you probably will, if assuming you're doing the thing that you want to be doing, which is smacking your opponent with modified creatures. I had Craterhoof in here, and Tooth and Nail is another version of Craterhoof, just to win once I have a bunch of creatures. But if I'm hitting my opponent enough with my modified creatures, I have displayed the ability to hit my opponent over and over, and it might not matter that I had Craterhoof to just push through the final amount of damage. Seems as though the case is that my opponent is not stopping me from hitting them in the first place. But I don't know. This is vulnerable, and a lot of the strategy does kind of rely on it existing, so a bit sketchy. But if you poke your opponent fast enough before it dies, it can sort of Golos itself and ramp into itself if it keeps dying, ideally. But we'll see. All the 1/1 counter cards, including all the goofy 1/1 counter cards, like this, just to modify my stuff. I think maybe equipment could be slightly better than this. Like Short Sword, just so I always have it, and the card isn't go. Actually, you know what? I am gonna do that with this one. I want the short. I want the sword back in. Or Bone Splitter. They're about the same. I think maybe the power is a little bit more valuable. But these cards are, well, I guess this one actually. These cards are just permanent ways to continuously have modified stuff in play. And that is probably going to be important when my stuff keeps getting killed that has like auras or spell-based counters on them. There's another one in here. Gift of the Viper. This one's funny, but again, I think I just want like short sword. Like, I just need stuff like this to stay modified, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. It's not like those cards are that great. Well, whoop, that's not how magic works. There we go. I can cast my commander next turn if Lanarel actually dies. It's really funny. So if they're in the ignores you strategy, my commander's neat, but I think I should probably actually play other cards this turn. Alright, I played other cards. I think this is slightly better? I don't know. Oh boy. What have we done? Oh. Really? How is that better than Sephiroth? That's nuts. I don't agree with that at all. Alright, so let's... Ancient Tomb? I just don't agree with what my opponent just did there. But, I suppose it makes sense. I am green. I am green. We're doing stuff. We're doing stuff. Oh! Okay. Yeah, they didn't block the one with... Oh, they all have trample. Never mind. They all have trample because of the commander. Oh, man. We're doing stuff. Look at it go. This is the first game. We turned our honesty into 3 rampant growths. That's pretty cool. Definitely offset my opponent's removal spell there. Alright. Well. That just happened. Is it Sephiroth now? Opponent, I can just recast that and you're back to doing the exact same thing, which is stopping it from killing you. Okay, there is some kind of interaction, so I'm not going to be foolish and cast my commander again. I wonder if it's right to leave this card up. It probably is, actually. Yeah, alright. I kind of mis-sequenced my mana. Okay, love to see it. Yeah, we're just going to leave this up now. That's what we're going to do. Especially with that block. Okay. Still going to leave it up. Bristly Bill. 6 cents on the... Hey! Alright. Yeah, I kind of did a little oof with the Ancient Tomb last turn, but look at that. First game. Just totally trampled a Sephiroth player. Look at that. With a bunch of removal, apparently. Sweet. Oh no. Oh no. The sweatiest of sweat lords. Not what I wanted to play against here. Oh no. Do I just play this and say, come at me? I guess? I don't know. I demand that my opponent deals with it? I don't know. Deal with it. Go on. Deal with it. That's what I thought. Noah Johnny for you. That's what I thought. Right. Apparently it's just perfect MH3 anyways, so nothing matters. Cool. Surprised they didn't cast their commander? That's odd. I am losing. Can I swing? No. What happens when the... Oh, nothing. Doesn't appear like my next card is any useful, so... Alright. Good old Johnny. I had a good time for about 2 seconds, and then I stopped having fun. Oh, the Geist ain't trapped at home. This is standard? Well, I guess it has to be standard. Good luck in Historic with this. Does it? It doesn't have hexproof, right? No. You have to invest a bunch of cards to keep it alive. I don't know. I keep looking at that commander. It's not high on my to-do list. It's not high on the to-do list, but I think I have most of the cards for it in standard already, so... Well, if we wait 30 days, there's a whole new set of cards that will... do the thing. I guess I should be glad it doesn't have hexproof, but it does mean you have to allocate a lot of resources to keeping it alive. What are we up against? I wasn't even... Derevi? Alright. Next card's a land. I mean a creature. Cool. I should not have kept that hand. Is full stop, shouldn't have kept it. I should have kept the hand that actually plays the game, like my opponent did. Birds of Paradise, probably the best card in their hand, and they played it, and I lost. And I'm not drawing a land. Yeah, I should have mulliganed that. I wasn't 100% tuned in. I was looking at a list. Oops. Yeah, see, this is more like it. Easy to modify as well. Okay, well if they go 1 into 3, I guess I just lose anyways. If they play like Cultivate next turn, I'd just lose before I get to play the game. Not quite Cultivate, but most likely the exact same thing. We could play Green Sun Zenith, right? Yeah, I guess. Alright, well it's not quite Cultivate, but starting next turn it might as well be. Nice blue cards, by the way. Alright, I'm over it. My opponent's doing the best thing in green, and I'm not. And I lose. Because I'm not. Yeah, the Hydras could get there with the commander. For sure. Okay, well, everyone's green, and everyone has a 1-drop. This person apparently has Dark Ritual on top of everything. On the play, Burgeoning Dark Ritual. Just need a land. It's a strip mine. Does that matter? Okay, no. They don't care. Cool. What is next? Neuron Hacker. Well, it has a 1-drop again, but I don't know. It's a mana related 1-drop as well, actually. Ooh, ooh, if this was just a normal land. Oh no. Oh man, if this is a forest, I say it would be fine. All right. Okay. Looking for at least one land here. I mean, the Kami is a land itself, but that's not quite the same. Oh, I snoozed out a viewer. Get snoozed. That's funny. Alright, I didn't draw a land. I did not draw land. Tragic. Maybe... it's probably just too late now. I think I just needed a land there. Okay. Alright. At least the strip mine didn't matter. It was the, yeah, the... the Burgeoning Dark Ritual. I can't play the game. Okay, so I'm going to turn the goofy card into a forest. I refuse to have that happen again. Yeah, punished as usual, yeah. No, the matchups I think are kind of just what I expect. It's just I haven't been able to play the game. It's just I can't play the game. I'm getting shut out. I wouldn't say it's because of people's commanders though. I actually would say most of the time it had nothing to do with my opponent's commanders is why I've been losing. At all. Like the black-green deck didn't need Gitrog Monster, it just needed Burgeoning Dark Ritual. And the one before that didn't need Davriel. Oh, whatever the bird is. The bird. It didn't need the bird, it just needed... Oh, well, I guess it needed the bird. It had Birds of Paradise. That's not what I meant. What else is not a real card? Okay, Nissa's... I'm over Nissa here. I'm done with that. I've displayed an ability to not need the giant expensive Nissa to have the over-the-top overrun. I'm just winning with the board presence. Same reason I took out Craterhoof Behemoth, so let's take that out. Giant creatures are great, but we're playing Historic Brawl. Fight effects are weird. They don't guarantee anything either. Most of the time, they don't really do much. No. This is interesting. Does this modify? Perpetual's not modify, right? Yeah, Derevi, that's the name of it. I said Davriel. This is not modified. I'm pretty sure this isn't modified, so I don't think that's going to work. That'd be kind of cool, though. Perpetual shouldn't work. Or most likely does not work. Yeah, Archduke's Charm is fine. That's true. I am at least getting to 3 mana sometimes. Do these get modified off the card itself? No. That'd be kind of neat. Yeah, we could play Archduke's Charm. What about casting Flare of Cultivation is funny? I think it's only really good with Kami and Grazer, and we do have both, so why not? I would argue Kami Flare is still better than any other thing our deck is doing, and it has nothing to do with our deck, so it's probably just mandatory. The way things are going, Chromox looks a little bit more ideal than it did 2 seconds ago. I'm not going to play Chromox. Alright, let's try that. I don't know. Lower the curve, and then not play against Strip Mine, Dark Ritual, Lena Rails, Birds of Paradise, Lightning Bolt, MH3, Red-White package nonsense. Counter on each creature equal to its power? I'm not sure. Rishkar is kind of cool. Let's play this, actually. I should probably put at least one... Hey! We did it. My opponent's over it. That's kind of surprising. I feel like Azusa doesn't care about this at all. Like, you just play your cards and you win with your cards. But alright, yeah. My opponent's going to give it to me. I'll take it. Rishkar is neat. It costs 3, right? It only does the mana thing. That's the only thing it does, right? Oh, apparently I don't own it. Huh. Enters, counters, and then they tap for mana. Yeah, I don't care about the mana side, really, but I guess it's kind of cool. It's a little... What Hydra are we talking about here? I don't know what card we're talking about. Oh yeah, what's that spider? When it enters, put a counter on each creature you control. I didn't actually read this. Someone said Orange Reef is a land, and then I didn't actually read this ooze. And then when this attacks, put a counter on each creature you control with a counter on it. This feels just better than Rishkar, actually. Feels a lot better than Rishkar. That's kind of neat. There we go. We got Rishkar and Spirit. But that's still not the card we were talking about. This thing? Yeah, there's no Hydra that gives counters to things. Well, at least it's not an arena. This would be nice, but I have to cast it, so... We took out a lot of non-creature spells, so I could probably take out... Oh, it might not even be in here anymore. I can't remember the name of it, so... Yeah, it looks like it's not in here anymore. Alright, Mythweaver Pock looking pretty meh. Deep Root. Ah, it was a 2-drop. It was even worse than I remember. I thought it was a 1-drop. I thought it was a 1-drop. Okay. Oh, the worm would be so cool. Can I mill this? I got 6. It's just so, like, how do I... It's perfect, though. We could play Embercool. And honestly, you can't stop me. Yeah, we're playing the one green strategy that doesn't involve every ramp spell. Because we're not even playing burgeoning or exploration. Fight rigging is neat, but I don't have bombs to cheat into play. But the counters are kind of cool, I guess. But it's kind of just like that other one we played, but a little bit worse, maybe. Or better than the other one we took out. Oh yeah, the lander thing. So how does this work? Let's see. You make your rampant growth token. You play a land, you get all your stuff. You swing. Let's say you get 2 rampant growths. It modifies my whole deck, so it kind of works. It's not a creature, though. Or a Borid. Oh. Yeah, that's already in here. This is kind of cool. It's a divination that gives me modified stuff. I don't have to invest more mana like the Lander token card or anything. Let's try that one. Okay. Tosses counters on every combat. And then upgrade to double counters. I need names, people. Names. Uh-oh, this is a 1-drop. I mean a 1/1, right? Uh-oh. Okay. Surely there's no way they can blitz Ren in 6 and make me upset. Alright, that works out. So let's play Bristly Bill, which cannot die to Ren in 6. This is the main thing here. To use like a, I guess, a different spell, which means they are not playing Ren in 6 if they kill this. Alright, there's the case. I will gladly take that. I could wait a turn on my commander, but then I would have to wait a turn on my commander, so. It's only a matter of time before they run out of burn spells and have to do something else. Or not. We'll just keep doing that and nothing else. Well, that would be good. It's good enough for me. I can protect it. Yeah, Innkeeper's Talent is, I think it's in the deck. But wait, there's more. Oh, wait, maybe not. Hey, alright. They ran out of answers and then died. Answer, answer, answer. This actually was going to kill 2 things, and we had the answer, so you're wrecked. All we had to do was cast enough creatures and my opponent couldn't kill them all. Look at that. Tribute's pretty good here. It doesn't modify my commander itself, but that might just be okay. I don't know. This is a commander I might actually want to try now. The player base has had enough time with it to figure out how to make it do something. So, Terra Symbiosis, maybe. Opponent Chromoxes a Ledger Shredder. Wow, alright. I draw Poop. Am I playing this first? I think I have to because I'm not actually... My hand is... I don't have any cards in my hand, effectively, so I need to draw cards. Okay, 2 Agents of Rafine is kind of insane. And then they steal my Birds of Paradise, I guess. And I just get one right back. Let's just play this, though. There's no real attack, I don't think. Well, they stole my mana and had Chrome Box. So this is not great, but their 1-drop was at least really bad. Not that that really matters, I feel. Okay, they just have an 8-mana casual Convoke card. Only makes sense, I guess. I have no answer to that card. I'm not even sure what I'm trying to do at this point. Probably just simply losing to funny 8-drop. Opponent steals a Scute Swarm, because of course they do. They have a land for it, though. Okay, yeah, it's also a fetch land, yeah. You got it. Of all the things in my deck to steal, there are very few things that win immediately. Actually, that might be the only one. No, Mossborn Hydra would also probably win immediately. But they got easily, like, the best card in my deck there. Because of course they did. Because of course they did. Actually, if I drew that, I could have actually had a game there. If I drew it, I could have just maybe hid behind it. Probably. At least it would be like a chance. Okay. I'm gonna play with the Llanowar Elves. I've displayed a complete and utter inability to do anything about that, so I'm not even gonna waste my time. If I had a slightly better hand, I'd probably keep playing, but... I mean, I can't blitz mulligan for a 1-drop every single game. Or mana dork, I mean. Like, this hand is fine, but it doesn't have a mana dork. Let's play you. Okay. Yet again. Firstly, Bill is cool, I guess. Rex Sage is kind of insane, but it does work. I just want the lands because of the Scute Swarm. That's why I traded there. Well, Rofellos isn't in play, but we'll see how much that matters. Alright, get trampled. We did it. Too much pressure. Feels like a play versus draw scenario, though. If my opponent was on the play, I probably would have just lost. Because they would have had land everywhere else, just like everyone else. It would be kind of cool to see this format without every other game being completely ruined by Birds of Paradise. Shoot, I would be fine if they kept Mandatory Dark Ritual if they got rid of all the green 1-drops. But that will never happen. No siree. It will never happen. It'd be kind of neat though, just to see what it would. There is like the no 1-drop midweek thing, and that's pretty fun when it shows up. I like that thing. You'd figure it would completely snuff out aggro, but it like doesn't. If anything, it makes aggro a bit better because it can actually kill you before you out-ramp them. So usually you just play ramp spells and the aggro deck just fizzles out. I wasn't expecting to have decisions this turn. Random 2/2. Get in there. Found the line. Just kill it? Why? Okay. Yeah, that would be the ideal scenario. Which is why everyone plays like Cut Down, Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt. But you don't always have that card. There are way more green 1-drop openers than there are answers to green 1-drop openers. It is extraordinarily lopsided. But in a perfect world, it always dies. Alright. Well, I can complain about mana drain, even though it wins games. I can cast it, win a game, and be like, that was dumb. What does this do? Sack a land, draw 2. Okay. Oh no! Well, this is where Golos is itself. I can just keep casting it, so long as I have a modified creature to cast Rampant Growth. Chocobo is not... Wait, what? Why would you crack the Ancient Tomb? That's really weird. I'm always keeping Ancient Tomb there. That is kind of crazy. Alright, they found a way to make me not be able to hit them. So, I guess I'm playing Basilisk Caller. Sixth Sense. Yeah, exploration is definitely very good. that is true. Also, I didn't saddle. Probably wanted to saddle. Okay, it looks like it didn't actually matter. I did not at all expect them to block. I did not expect the block. How much is this to level up to? Alright, let's play you. The devs claim mana drain leads to more losses for your opponent? Are they reading it backwards? I don't understand. You lose more with mana drain than you do without it? Why would that be the case? Because you put it in and you're playing against stronger opponents or something? I don't even know if that's true though. That's really weird. Because I had mana drain in the deck I played yesterday. They do have strip mine. Do they have a spammable strip mine? That doesn't look like it. Strip mine kind of weird here, but I guess if you're gonna just take a land, yeah, might as well. It's not like you need it, so. Suppose that makes sense. There's a 1-minute card here. What's this? Apparently there is. Kind of tragic. Oh, it's activating the commander. Okay. Which I guess is the same logic. So, level this up. Play... this thing. I don't know. We're kind of just losing here. But at least we're keeping the board empty. Oh, they didn't block this time. Kind of tragic. I was hoping they would block. A lot of bad people run it. That's so weird. I don't understand. It's so weird. But all the good people play it too, don't they? Same with Dark Ritual. Does Dark Ritual lead to losses? Because I feel like... Well, that's weird, because every time I get hit with a mana drain, the next question I ask myself is, have I now just lost instantly? Like, you goes to your opponent's turn, and then the game is over. In fact, a lot of people concede instantly when you cast mana drain. You don't even have to show them anything, and they concede. So it's very weird that someone would just decide that that's how that works, because I don't really get that. That's so strange. I guess I just put this on the wolf? I don't know. Beats me. Oh, looks like there's a removal spell. Can't have any fun over here. Yep. No siree. Okay, so now what? Well, the Deathrite Shaman has kind of just completely carried my opponent's opener this game. This game would have been very different if I was able to kill it. And the strip mine actually did matter. Maybe? I don't know. Probably not. They would just kill my commander anyways, so it probably wouldn't matter. Okay, guess I don't get to play any cards. Cool. Every card I played was answered, and my opponent just continuously cast threats all the while. Amazing. I could have conceded that way sooner. But I had to yell at chat for their hot takes. Yeah, I'm struggling to find scenarios where meta drain is lowering someone's win rate. Very strange. Very strange conclusion. I don't understand that. How do they come? They must come to that conclusion about whatchamacallit? Dark Ritual. Probably come to the same conclusion about that one. Or strip mine, maybe, as well. It's a weird... Their data analyst is like... Whatever he's smoking, bro, I want some. Yeah. It's a story spun up by Big Timeless. Alright, let's play something that doesn't instantly lose to mana drain. I don't know. Probably still does. the thing I'd miss the least. Okay. You just swing with the Molt Tender, right? Yeah, I could just swing with the Molt Tender. I could have actually maybe just played this. It doesn't matter when I play it, actually. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Play it next turn. Okay, they thought long and hard about that card. Let's play this. So I get that, right? Or am I doing that? No, we're playing our commander here. So I can at least get something from that. And I guess I just swing with Molt Tender. They just block it for free, but I'm not going to mill myself, and maybe for some weird reason they don't block it. I don't know. They didn't block it. Look at that. We get a free damage. We take our damage where we can get it. And to think I was going to leave that on the table. So this is the turn. They can discard the I win the game card and then just cast this, which would explain why they thought so hard about it. Looks like they don't have it. I would have always led with the draw discard here, though. Very strange. Like, if you just needed a land, you could have just hit the land, discarded the big scary dumb. I don't know. What did they discard? Jin-Gitaxias. Alright. Is there Reanimate? Well, you'd go to 7. Maybe not the best idea there. So, enters with X whenever one or more counters are put on another non-Hydra. So I can do this for... Ugh. Do this for 3. Yep. Play you. Play this. There. Okay, well, stuff is happening, I guess. Stuff do be going down. They can get Jin-Gitaxias, which at this point is not enough, but a sweeper is most assuredly enough. Alright, yeah. I mean, they cast a sweeper, and I don't have any haste. They stabilize at 3. Jin-Gitaxias is not enough. Oh, I didn't see the... Didn't see this card in there. I didn't see that. Alright, well, it doesn't matter anyways. It doesn't actually matter. Cool. I enjoyed myself for the 5 seconds we got to play the game. That was fun. No beating that, though. There's no top deck, anything I could play that wins the game. I would have conceded if I saw it in the graveyard. Wait a minute. That's actually fine. Two into four, I win. Oh, not quite. Oh, yep, it is. It was, of course it was. I have to play that now. I just have to play this, so. No perfect fetch land? Perfect fetch land. Oh wait, no, that's not the perfect fetch land. It costs mana to do stuff with. But we'll see. So crop rotation is damage, but that's all it really that's all it really is. Let's lead with this, I guess. Get that garbage out of here. And then Toski? No. I think I just want another thing that is going to generate stats here. Well, so far it's just blue-green ignores you. And they are going to continue with that trend. Okay. That's why I did it in the order in which I did. Ancient Tomb. And then play that with the floating mana. Alright, well, now we lose. They untap with Tatyova, I probably lose. They did play an actual interactive spell, at least. So, that's kind of cool. World first. It shouldn't let me draw. Should not let me draw. They do let me draw. Interesting. Kind of surprised though. I would not let me draw though. The Cyclonic Rift is obscenely obvious, by the way. So let's play U for 1, because it doesn't... Its initial size is irrelevant. Play U. U. I guess my commander? Around, like, counterspell nonsense? Okay. Yeah, the original dual lands, it'd be fine. I wouldn't really have a problem with them at all. It'd just be cards, I guess. Why is my opponent playing Vorinclex? Can someone elaborate why they're playing Vorinclex? I've, like, never seen this played ever. What the heck? Why is that in my opponent's deck? So... yeah, why is that in their deck? Is there, like, a... thing it does? I don't... It stops my counters, I guess. I don't think that matters too much, but it is funny. Let's play this thing to Ultimate Nissa. Okay, I believe it. This is +1/+1, right? So the breakpoints are all kind of ugly. It doesn't enable trample. I guess it goes there. I don't know. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not quite dead. Any spell will do it, opponent. Why are they reading this? I don't know. Now they're reading this one. Okay, that one could be a 7/7. That's not going to matter here, though. Okay, so now any land does it. Alright. You got it. Vorinclex is nonsensical, but it didn't have to be Vorinclex. I would have lost to anything there. Yep, untap with Tatyova and win. How fun. They cast 2 interactive spells. That's more than average, I guess. They just bounced my entire board. And I lost. Do I cast my commander here? Might just play Warden of the Grove instead. Into your end step, put a counter on this. Yeah, let's do this instead. It's just as vulnerable effectively, and it, if it's like, if my commander dies to something, I'm kind of just out of it, so. Whereas this line I can actually survive. I think I get like 1 counter off of it, but I'm not sure. So play you. Play this here. No, I should not. I should just play the Shadow Spear. That's what I should do. Audacity's not. Pushing 2 damage here doesn't feel worth it. And I don't know which one of these 2 cards is scarier yet, so we'll see. Yeah, no, they gave Tatyova the Nadu clause, where like it can only happen once or twice a turn. That'd be kind of funny. That's funny. I mean, Tatyova can be dealt with though, right? It is a 5-mana card. It's very different. I'm just playing a deck that can't kill it, and then I just die when they play it. So, I mean, I can kill it, I just can't do it enough. Man, this flare has not lined up very well. Kind of sad. This hand is a little too loose against Harrogast. Alright, it's got good cards in it. Probably not going for my commander next turn. Just the Gallagreeters, maybe. Yeah. And then play Pelt Collector. Make a treasure token? Yep, that makes sense to me. Because if I need a counter, I can just do it next turn anyways. Alright, well there was no Pyroclasm. That's always nice. Play this. Get 2 lands on at the minimum here. So I should play Bristly Bill first. His name's Spirit. Yeah, I should do this first. Before I swing, and then I can distribute more counters. So it's just a red sweeper. It's just a red sweeper. That's all that matters. And they all effectively, I think, deal 3. So let's keep you alive. And the next one, because nothing else fundamentally matters, I'll put it on Kodama again. Excuse me. Because nothing else matters. 3 mana, deal 3. That's the only thing that matters. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we'll go here. This is a red deck. Let's do this for 3. It is a red deck, so it's going to struggle to stop this. Actually, it might not be able at all to stop it. I think it's worth casting the Warden, because I think it's just irrelevant. And I don't need more stats here, so. I don't know if there's a single card in the game that saves them. Except maybe the One Ring? The One Ring would... I say maybe as if it wouldn't save them. Of course it would. Well, Bristly Bill was killed, so I can't double my counters, I guess. But I'm pretty sure they're dead. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, looking pretty dead there. I was gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4 lands. Well, I mean, this is... We have all the mana in the world, just nothing to do with it. Look at that. Look at that. Oh no! We don't have Scavenging Ooze for the one game that would maybe do something. Another hand Flare looks real suspect. Might just take Flare out at this point. It's not working out too well. I can't get rid of this. Or I can, but that seems ridiculous. I'm not fast enough, so I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. I don't know. But I suppose we have lost Jitte. So thinking is for next game. Just put this here and get to swinging. Alright, we're playing 2 lands a turn. What if I just didn't give my opponent Burgeoning? Does that matter? It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. That's not how this deck works. It doesn't matter. My only out is if they have Ulamog or Arden stuck in hand. I think that's genuinely my only out, if that card is specifically stuck in hand. Burgeoning is now useless, so I can just go back to playing lands for the whole 0 turns in which I skip lands. Yeah, it doesn't fundamentally change anything. And can I survive if I don't play a land is the question. I suppose because playing a land is fundamentally pointless, I will not play one. Because it's pointless. It doesn't actually do anything for me. So I might as well give myself the out of not doing that. I don't know. Yep. It doesn't do anything for me. So just slightly off-kilter my opponent. Maybe. I just don't have to play a land. I deal 1 less damage because of that. Alright, do we have a combo piece in hand? Of course we don't! Why would we? Why would we? That doesn't change anything. Can play a land now. Indestructible doesn't get around Ulamog. Doesn't change anything. Let's move this here. Stickfinger is going to die pre-combat anyways. Oh, there you go. It's not hard. Opponent figured it out. Alright. And then we concede. We know of the reanimate spell. Already knew it was in hand, so. No soulless jailer? Yeah. Yep. Should have played around it. Should have been prepared. Soulless jailer, get out of here. Alright, what are the chances I untap with my commander? I should have rolled, I should have made a poll. Too late. Alright, we untapped with our commander. We did the impossible. We can play this. I think I should exploit the fact that this is untapped. Swing. Hey, hexproof too strong. It looks like hexproof probably mattered more than we thought. They should have killed it. Should have killed it, opponent. You decided to play Ornithopter. I bet you that's exactly what happened there, too. I bet you that's exactly what happened. When the two players are, like, not next to each other in power level, this format looks hilarious. Like, whether it's me or my opponent, someone looks like they're not even playing the game. When, the openers are just so different and lopsided. It's just, like, comically insane how different it is. Alright, Fabled Passage looking kind of punishing right now. It's just worth the landfall, I'd say, but it's not at its best. They probably take... Well, what do you take? I don't know, actually. I think all three of these are completely reasonable. Yeah, they're all reasonable, in my opinion. Maybe less so this one. So maybe one of these two. I can't even cast this next turn, so... I don't know. Apparently neither does my opponent. Nobody knows what to do. Okay, they did take the one I was least inclined to take. Let's play you. This also hides information, so let's play that. There's no real reason to hold this. Well, there kind of is, but I'm not interested in doing that. Oh, wait. No, I wouldn't hold that. I would not hold it. Let's just do another point of damage. I'm not holding the fetch land. What is that? Okay. Play this. Obvious removal spell is obvious. I should have went to combat before I played the land out of my hand. Yeah, should have done that. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Removal spell and a Boreal Grazer? Oh, yes. We did it. We got a removal spell and an Arboreal Grazer. I'll take that as a win. I will take that as a win. Absolutely. We can lose in peace now. Does this matter? Probably not. I don't care to cast it, though. It probably doesn't matter either way. Unless my opponent's playing Dismember, I guess. This would have made it mattered, but I'm not playing around that. That would make sense. This is an avatar? Oh, Soul of Windgrace. Ah. I thought it was the spaceship. I thought it was the spaceship. So... because I didn't draw a land, I lose? If I drew a land, we were actually pretty fine, I think? I think? Can I swing? No, not really. No. Yep, needed a land there. If I had a land, we were actually kind of okay. Of course, the fetch land is my fetch land. It's the only fetch land that's been played this game. And it was actually bad for me to have it too, so... opponent just always having the fetch land. Yeah, Key to the Archive's not all over the place like it used to be, that's true. Surprised that was something my opponent had to ponder and contemplate. That's weird. So here, can make it 5. No, I should put a counter on my commander. I can swing and cast this, but I'd rather not do that. I'd rather not do that. Right? Yeah. We're gonna just try to respect something. And I can't cast anything I find. So... They kept the Cavernous Souls. I would not keep Cavernous Souls. I'd keep the Forest. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, they didn't mill a land. Pretty significant that that just happened. And I should just cycle this now. Yeah, actually, I can just not cast it. Let's name Hydra. Put a counter here. Okay, go to combat. Alright, Indestructible no longer works. They actually had Dismember. Of course they did. That's what they get for saying things. Alright, now we just lose, I think. Yeah, now we just probably just lose right out. Straight up lose. I don't think I can do anything now. Of course, the removal gets around Indestructible. It only makes sense. That's probably my last window to make something happen. Ooh, excuse me. Play my commander, and then what? Like I'm in any position to think about anything. What am I doing? There's literally nothing to think about. They could just take 6 here. My opponent could straight up just take 6 damage. Okay. Chooses not to. I feel like it would have been fine if they chose to, though. It's not like the end of the world or anything. Well, Gitrog Monster looks really good when your opponent doesn't do anything about it. It's just Tat Yova all over again. So I can make a 7/7. That's fun. I can play random thing. Basilisk Collar. Well, that doesn't really do much now, does it? I don't think there's any way I can win from here, so I'm just gonna concede. Yep. I'm entering the wasting my time territory. That's what we're doing. Alright. Answers, 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 answers. Gitrog Monster. Snakeskin Veil would have been great. Yeah, if it was anything but Dismember, I think we're just winning. Like, full stop. It's funny, because I don't think I've ever seen Dismember, really. That might be the first time I've ever seen someone actually cast it. I never see that card. This is a risky keep, but I'd say the payoff is kind of high. Kind of. It's weird seeing all the Raffaello stacks with 1-drops. It's kind of weird. Not all of them have 1-drops because their commander is just a thing. Balance a land with flash? What? Excuse me, a treasure token? If I don't find a land? Okay, well, I guess. I guess we lose next turn. Why did they tap? Oh, okay. No Lotus Cobra. Interesting. They don't want Lotus Cobra. Alright, so let's play random 2/2. Counters. I guess I should play more stats? It's a 5/5. Let's play this, actually, because I don't think this matters. And I'd rather leave up Snakeskin's Veil, honestly. Yeah. We didn't lose to the dumb casted card, so ideally there's not a second one of some degree. Ideally. Okay, yep. This was the remainder of my opponent's hand, by the way. Was just that, apparently. So, play you. Level that up. And pass. Well, we're doing the same thing, except my opponent is a better deck. Redraw. Alright, my opponents had Worldbreaker, Ashaya, Vaultborn Tyrant, copying it, and Portal. You got it. Why not? Why not? God forbid they draw a land. Or a ramp spell like a Minidork, or Cultivate, or something. Nope. Just has to be 9 drops. Can't whiff. Not like me. No whiffing allowed. Oh, it's another Stick Fingers player. Huh. Haven't seen any in quite a while. They're coming out of the woodwork. Oh, maybe it's the same one because it's playing Burgeoning. Of course. I could have played Hardened Scales first. I don't really think it matters. Actually, I would say with complete confidence it probably doesn't matter. Looks like I just lose next turn anyways. Or in 2 turns. They did not get a Surveil land, that's weird. Just play this? Sure. Yeah, might as well. No, I'm not. I'm not part of the hype drip feed. No combo card in hand, of course. It only makes sense. Oh, we have Reanimate, huh? Is that what this is? The old Reanimate? No, it's not. It's Thoughtseize. Okay. Yay, we did stuff. So fun. Oh, make them have it at least. Make them have it. Always make them have it. Ooh, this is a close one. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. Is this a not play Grazer 1 hand? I think it depends what I draw. Ooh, that's close. Alright, Grazer 1. The wolf is actually kind of nice here, but... this is... okay, we have a line. We have a line. Let's play this. Play that. Swing. Show him what for. I guess I mean 6 cents on the Grazer is really weird here. I don't know if I'd do that. It feels weird. Alright, they have a easy blocker now, unfortunately. Alright, well now we can put this here, sure. Alright, I mean this is something. They have to chump the... They have to... Wow, they don't chump. Huh. I'm not giving me a card. I'm actually never, ever, ever, ever giving my opponent a card there, but okay. Might not matter. Well, I would have taken a land instead of this stupid thing, but it is what it is, I guess. Let's put this in... No, I have to commit this. There's no choice. And then this... Does Ward change anything? I'm more comfortable just casting this. I'm not really in a position, I feel, to respect anything at all ever. So let's just play as if my opponent doesn't have anything. Because that's probably the best idea here. This probably blows up the... Yeah. I too would also blow that up. I would have swung with the Overlord in a heartbeat. A bit of a surprise there. Let's play land. Put counter on you. Play you. Play Jitte. And short sword. And I'm stonewalled by a 6/5. Can I swing there, do that? Swing, swing, block. I draw. Land. That's dead. No, I lose all my stats. And then I can't swing back? I think we're just doomed here. I think this game's just over. Oh, they have infinite naturalized spams. Because of course they do. Why wouldn't it be specifically naturalized spams? It only makes sense. +1/+1. So 1, 2. That doesn't quite make it. So they can make infinite... They can blow up my 3 artifacts and enchantments, which aren't really a part of my game plan anyways, so it probably doesn't matter. I don't even know what that's doing in my opponent's deck. Again, it doesn't really matter. Alright, I'm over it. Yeah, I don't need those, but I'm not winning the board. Like, the board state's not mine anymore, so even if I had all my artifacts and enchantments, it wouldn't actually do anything. I just don't have enough stats. Not enough stats. Tragic. Alright, I'm over this deck. We're done with it. I've played enough of this, so just not... Yeah, we're done. This deck just sucks. This strategy is bad. There are better commanders that do this kind of thing. Like, there's Titus, the Bant one. I think there's a couple blue-green ones now as well. Bristly Bill is just better. And the early beatdown idea that green tries to do is kind of cool, but the other colors are just as good, if not better, at kind of doing that thing. I know green brings with it the 1/1 counter stuff, but I don't know. It just on its own, without, like, I don't know, white in blue cards to help it, or even a little bit of aggressive red or whatever, you're just better off playing Bristly Bill or even Tifa, kind of, with the... It's not a 1-1 counter thing, but if you're trying to beat your opponent to death with raw damage really quickly, Tifa and Bristly Bill are just faster. This card has been around for a while. It's been on my list of things to play. I've kind of just missed the window to actually play it, though. I still see people play this now and again, and they'll have the Dream Opener, but even the Dream Opener will get pummeled by something like Lightning Bolt, or you will be, which happened a lot as well, this is not quite fast enough to beat the Ignores You decks, and the Ignores You decks are very popular because it's kind of some of the strongest, if not the strongest thing to do right now, is to kind of ignore your opponent and just ramp into giant things that your opponent probably struggles to answer. So we're in the color that does that. We just don't have the ramp to pull that off. Like, the best thing I was doing was a Boiler Razor Flare of Cultivation, and none of that has to do with 1-1 counters or beating your opponents to death, and it is above and beyond the best thing this deck can do, is play a Boiler Razor turn 1 and then flare it. That's true for a lot of decks, but at least those decks care about the mana in a way to advance their game plan with like 4, 5, 6 drops and stuff, and we just play more 1, 2s, and 3s when we do that. So like the best thing to do doesn't lead into like, you know, Crater Hoof or something. It's just more things that require other things to exist. If our commander is dead, we do lose Trample. The lands you can kind of survive without finding off of the triggers, but losing access to the Trample can matter a lot. The recurring stuff to just give yourself modified creatures at all times do get in the way, right? Like, this is a terrible top deck. It's nice stats, I guess, but it doesn't help you push too much more damage than you would have with something else. I mean, maybe the flying equipment, the wings or whatever, the cobbled wings, evasive equipment might just be a little bit better, or just another creature. Evolve didn't work out too well. It's actually a little difficult to trigger Evolve, like Evolve was Experiment 1 and the other 2 or 3. It's just like kind of hard to get that to work. Same with this too, right? This shows up a little too late and is extremely vulnerable, right? So any deck that ignores you is too fast to realistically kill, and any deck that does not ignore you is going to interact in a way in which your game plan doesn't really come together, because it requires like a bunch of cards to synergize with each other, more or less. There's obviously things in here that don't need too much assistance from any other cards, but when a high synergy deck like this is against a bunch of removal, they can just sort of knock down your Jenga tower with just a few pokes. And the other strategies that ignore you and ramp are just too fast for you to kill before they do the thing. And we had a metric boatload of 1s and 2s, right? I had like... It's hard to say you could make this deck cost even less mana, and that wouldn't really fix the issue. If you played like a 1-drop on turn 1, and then 2 on turn 2, and then your commander on 3, or even a, I don't know, a 2 and a 1 on turn 3 or something, like you're just pushing all these 1s and 2 damage point creatures at your opponent's face. Sure, you might be able to get a bunch of lands, but your top end is just kind of non-existent, so it's kind of weird to have this clause and then not have a bunch of stuff to do with that mana other than recast this if you lose it. So maybe slightly more mana sinks, like Bristly Bill has a mana sink in it. Bristly Bill is just the best card ever, right? You play this and you're doing the modification thing, you're getting the lands to do the modification thing even more, and then you have things to do with the mana, which is the double. So this card is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect for this deck. If you could play 20 Bristly Bills, you would. But we're stuck with, instead of Bristly Bill, we're stuck with Slime Against Humanity. That's what we have instead of this. So, unfortunately, it doesn't really work too well. Probably Slime Against Humanity is maybe some kind of viable thing, but Heir Apparent exists, and it just costs one less mana to do the Heir Apparent thing, and you can play like Elspeth to get them all flying out of the command zone. So it's just a little different. Slime Against Humanity. Not the greatest thing here. I actually have seen Slime in Bristly Bill as a commander, which is funny. But this could also do effectively the same thing Bristly Bill's doing, except you wouldn't have the suddenly all of them are lethal with the 5-minute investment. So I don't know. Bristly Bill's probably just better in that regard. Yeah, this is just not good. It's just going to happen sometimes. I'm overdue for playing a commander that just doesn't work too well. I know there's probably some people who swear by this card, and I've seen it. I still see it, and it does sometimes do something. I'd probably pay a little bit more attention to if that something actually matters with the Kodama, or it was just like mono green beatdown and the commander itself wasn't that relevant. I didn't really see any board wipes, to be fair, but Historic Brawl is not really all about board wipes anymore. I talked about that for 12 times already, and that really hasn't changed, set by set. Always pay attention to what is and isn't popular, what is getting pushed out, what is getting shoved back in, stuff like that. I did see, oddly enough, old stick fingers. I saw a bunch of those today, so if you care about that matchup and you want to mindlessly blitz mulligan for your one of the I think there's a land and then the Scavenging Ooze, if you wanted to just do that. I didn't have Scavenging Ooze, but if I ever played with it, I would probably just mulligan even down to 3 cards for Scavenging Ooze and just assume that's what I need to win, and if it doesn't work, then I just concede. Because that's basically an auto loss. You're not killing them fast enough, and you're just hoping they can get stuck with a thing in their hand or something. I don't know. But yeah, can't really recommend this. It has new tools since it has come out. Some pretty cool new cards, like Aether Spark's a cool card with the commander, but that doesn't let this keep up with what the format's doing. If my opponent was ever on the play with Linear Elves and then untapped and cast Cultivate, it's just lights out. If they Lightning Bolt my commander, especially if I didn't play it off the back of like Utopia Sprawl, it's almost lights out. There's just too much going on that pushes this out of the way. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.